The Paris Olympic Games are set to start at the end of the week on July 26, but instead of excitement, Paris is in the middle of a rape crisis thanks to the behaviour of a criminal underclass of third world migrants. The safety and general filthy state of the city has been a serious issue for many years, but with the global spotlight on Paris, the political class have been embarrassed by their inability to keep people, particularly women, safe in the City of Light. Paris officials have spent the last 2 years cleaning out migrant slums that appeared in the streets surrounding tourist areas. It is an action that triggered accusations of social cleansing from charities which thrive on the creation of poverty. Now, the slums might be gone, but the danger is not, because this is not just about poverty, it's about an irreconcilable clash of cultures. The French Minister for the Interior warned all French police officers, and I quote, "The eyes of the world will be fixed on you. Your task will not be easy. Present the most beautiful face of France." Well, a prosecutor discussing plans for the Olympics last year has added to this, and I quote, "People can see slums and shanty towns. With the Olympics, we are selling the image of France abroad." End quote. And yikes, if this is the height of beauty, France has big problems. Budget hotels, which have been forced to house migrants for years, have demanded authorities relocate illegal immigrants so that their rooms can be rented out at market rates to sports fans. Meanwhile, 2,000 students were kicked out of their accommodation to house the enormous security and emergency services team, which are supporting the games, while AI software has controversially been employed as a way to monitor crowds. Now, you know what this looks like? It's a mess. Look at how much time, money and manpower is being employed to combat a single mistake. And that mistake is Europe's open border policy. Now, you can't save the third world by putting it on the streets of Paris, or any other European city for that matter. Europe is a mess, and shifting the problem out to the regions is not going to help. It's the third time that Paris has hosted the Games, having previously held the Olympics in 1900 and 1924. So a lot has changed since then, I can tell you that. Now, millennials and older, those who are a bit older, will remember when Sydney played host to the 2000 Olympics. The streets in Sydney were full of joy and fun. It was one big party that went on for weeks. Now, that was before the era of uncontrolled third world mass migration and the rise of Islamic terror in the West. We were an innocent nation then, a happy nation. We thought we were sitting in the greatest moment of human civilization at the 2000 Olympics. And perhaps we were. That might have been it, kids. That might have been the peak time to be alive. Well, going back to France, they are not happy. They have set their national terrorist alert level to the highest ever possible. And no, they're not worried about Christian sex. They're worried about Islam. France is so frightened they are not even hosting their opening ceremony in a stadium. This morning, Australian athletes in Paris are being warned not to wear their team uniforms outside the Olympic Village after a 25-year-old Australian woman was allegedly raped by a gang of 5 African men on Saturday, metres from the Moulin Rouge. Last month, a British woman was raped during a street music festival in the centre of Paris. Again, she was the victim of a gang who raped her and stole her phone. Another brutal revenge attack on a 12-year-old Jewish girl by 3 Islamic men, including an ex-boyfriend, shocked France. And yet nothing has changed. According to some, 77% of rapes in Paris are being committed by illegal migrants. It's not racism, it's reality. Rape is an almost inevitable part of migration, said the Le Monde Journal. Really? That's a pretty good argument for a zero illegal immigration policy right there.